These Vietnamese-inspired beef spring rolls include tender beef, crunchy carrots, and fresh cilantro, all wrapped in a delicate rice paper. Hey there, Chef Noah here in the Beef It's What's for Dinner Culinary Center, funded by the Beef Checkoff. Let's get started. All right, we're gonna cut this in half lengthwise, and then we're just gonna cut it into about 1/4-inch strips. This gives us more surface area, and since we're using it for like a stir fry, it'll be perfect. Down the middle there, and then we're cutting across the grain. This will make it easy to marinate. It'll take less time in the marinade. All right, we got a dish here. I'm just gonna load all that in the dish. You just want to go wider so you can submerge, make sure you submerge all that beef. Then we have a pre-mixed stir-fry sauce. We're going to use about 3/4 of it for the marinade. And then the rest we're going to save so we can dip some of our spring rolls in at the end. And we're going to save the rest of this for our dipping sauce. I got this nicely coated. I'm going to pop this in the fridge for about 30 minutes to 2 hours. We'll go from there. All right, our beef's been marinating for about 30 minutes. Picked up a lot of that flavor. It's gonna tenderize it a little bit too. We got a nice hot cast iron pan, and we're just gonna kind of sear this in 2 batches so we don't overcrowd our pan. We keep some of that nice browning Maillard reaction. You can go a little bit at a time. Yeah, we're gonna go about 3 minutes on each side. And just keep it about like that. You don't want to overcrowd your pan. You're going to sweat out too much moisture from your beef. All right, so we're working on our second batch. These have been cooking on one side for about 3 minutes now, and we're going to flip them over. You'll see a nice caramelization on there from some of that sugar and soy. See how we didn't overcrowd our pan. We got a nice, good sear. Haven't got a lot of sweat from the liquid coming out of the beef. This last batch is all done. We're just going to pull those out. And you could cut these down a little smaller if you think they're too big to roll in your spring rolls. We'll kind of walk through that. All right, let's start rolling. All right, we're all set to roll. We have our nicely cooked beef. You're welcome to chill it all the way down if you like. I like mine a little warm in there, but feel free to do what you want. I have some nice carrots. I got some rice noodles that we're gonna use. I have some cilantro, some scallions, and then some fresh mint. Then we got some rice paper here. You can find these at your local grocery stores or markets. We have some warm water that we're gonna dip these in, and all we're trying to do is get them nice and soft, that they're pliable, and we can work with them. I kind of just rotate so I'm not sticking my hands directly in the water, but you'll kind of feel them get soft enough. See how they kind of break down like that? Then we're just gonna drop that on our cutting board. We have our rice noodles here. Drop a few of those in. Some of the fresh carrots. And then, of course, the star. Some of our marinated top sirloin. Just be careful how much you're doing. Obviously, you want it to stay inside, so take care. You can always have more than one. So we have some cilantro, some scallions, and then I have some fresh mint from Dagan's Herb Garden. And then I have a few different sauces. I got a Thai peanut. We have a little bit of our marinade left. You could obviously mix this all together in a bowl. You could do some sweet chili in there. And then I think we're ready to roll. So similar to like just doing a burrito, we're gonna take both sides over. See how it's nice and flexible. Roll that over. Bang, there you have it. Rolled to perfection. Feel free to use any other veg that you have laying around trying to get rid of. Peppers, cucumbers are really nice in this. Very good chilled. Like I said, different cuts. You could use skirt steak, flank steak. If you had some leftover beef, slice that up. Some leftover strip steak, feel free to use that. And there you have it. Beef spring rolls with cilantro and carrots. Great for an appetizer. When you make this recipe, let us know in the comments. And for more beef inspiration and recipes, go to beefitswhatsfordinner.com.